Buffalo Bills are built to beat the Miami Dolphins more so than any other year, and one reason being Terrell Bernard and Matt Milano adding some much-needed speed to this linebacker core. But welcome to my channel here, Bills News Consolidated. We need to discuss all the reasons why the Buffalo Bills are better than any other year and really built to beat the Miami Dolphins. And let's just talk about it right now. This defense, starting with Terrell Bernard and Matt Milano, the best two coverage linebackers in the NFL, allowing the lowest quarterback rating and the best in coverage per Pro Football Focus and many others. Terrell Bernard is adding a lot more speed over Tremaine Edmonds, who is our middle linebacker in previous years. And you look at Tyreek Hill, you look at Jalen Waddle, Raheem Mostert, Devon Chan, and all these guys. Terrell Bernard is going to be a crucial factor for the Buffalo Bills here in 2023 and years to come. And you look at Trey White, last year did contribute against the Miami Dolphins in that wild card win in the playoffs, but Trey White wasn't 110% himself, and we actually saw Trey White ball out against Tyreek Hill in that playoff win, that wild card playoff win. So if Trey White did his own, held his own against Tyreek Hill, one of the fastest wide receivers in the playoffs last year, I think Trey White being 110% himself this year should fare freaking well against Tyreek Hill. Now, Tyreek Hill did mention that this is year two of McDaniels. This is year two. They have a lot more complexity, a lot more route depth and timing. So, and also utilizing Tyreek Hill a lot more in motion, but they did do that in that wild card game last year. Sticking with the defense, the Buffalo Bills defensive line offering up some of the highest pressure rate in the NFL. Ed Oliver leads the NFL with the highest pressure rate out of any defensive player. Are you kidding me right now? Aaron Donald, Micah Parsons, I mean, all these top-notch players in the NFL, and Ed Oliver leads the list at 27% of his pass rushes is getting to the quarterback. That is absolutely huge. Leonard Floyd, 6th in the NFL with a total amount of sacks. The Buffalo Bills are second overall in the total amount of sacks, and it's just unbelievable. This entire defense is totally built to beat the Miami Dolphins. We have added speed with these linebackers. We have Terrell Bernard, the added speed at that linebacker position. We have the ferocious pass rush with Leonard Floyd, a brand new addition. We have Ed Oliver finally blossoming into his own. And I think he was playing a little bit restrictive because he didn't want to get hurt. He wanted to get paid first. Ed Oliver gets paid and he's playing free and he's on a tear. He's on an absolute tear. And then you look at the Buffalo Bills offense here and what we have developed. James Cook in year two, I'm really thinking James Cook is either going to go over 100 yards today or Josh Allen will pass for more than 339 yards. That is my solid prediction for this upcoming game. Josh Allen and Ken Dorsey also in year two here, being advanced with our timing, our new short passing game where we learned from last year a too high safety shell, forcing the Buffalo Bills to throw underneath, and we really didn't have any answers. But now we have Dalton Kincaid, we have Deontay Hardy, two players I think are going to have a huge game, plus Trent Sherfield, an ex-Miami Dolphin, coming here to the Buffalo Bills, a division rival. I think Trent Sherfield could be the secret weapon for the Buffalo Bills, not only on the field, but also this scout team, this entire week in preparation for Tyreek Hill and the Miami Dolphins and Mike McDaniels' offense here. And I really think we could see Trent Sherfield have a big game, but I think our defense is going to be very well prepared. We heard Sean McDermott rotate Andy Isabella during the scout team to help him remain fast to mimic Tyreek Hill during practice this week. But really, this offense, Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, Dalton Kincaid, Gabe Davis, is going against a young, undeveloped cornerback. There's a reason why they signed Jalen Ramsey. Unfortunately, got hurt, but Xavier Howard and now Gabe Davis is on a rookie right now, and he's going to totally ball out. And I really think the perimeter and also the back end of the Miami Dolphins defense is definitely vulnerable for the Buffalo Bills. I've been saying that. My hot take for this week, Josh Allen, his career passing game total was 424 yards. Patrick Mahomes' career game passing total, single game, was 478 yards. And I truly believe Josh Allen has an ability this game to throw for over his single career high passing game, even Patrick Mahomes' single career high. I'm actually going to say 487 passing yards for Josh Allen today. It could go either way, though. It could be a high passing game for Josh Allen, or it could be a really heavy dose run game with James Cook and Damian Harris. You know, James Cook and Damian Harris, dang, they could easily have close to 200 yards today. You know, and depending on how the game unfolds and how, you know, we're doing things successfully, I think Ken Dorsey's just going to stick to what is successful. Whether it's 12 personnel, 13 personnel, we're going to test the Miami Dolphins defense in a total different magnitude of ways. And Jalen Phillips, the leading pass rusher for the Miami Dolphins statistically, he's getting home 13% of the time. The highest grade on that defensive line is out for this game. So, in Buffalo Bills' offensive line is balling out. You know, we see all the offensive weapons, how well this offense is doing. And guess what? Pro Football Focus has Deion Dawkins rated the highest offensive player for the Buffalo Bills. Connor McGovern's balling out, the highest paid free agent for the Bills. Bringing a little bit different element to this Bills. We have a much better, improved offensive line than years past. So, you know, and the other thing with James Cook is he brings an explosive threat. Every time he touches it, he could take it to the house. Devin Singletary, Zach Moss, we really couldn't even say that. Frank Gore, you could not say that. So knowing that the Miami Dolphins are so explosive, that they're so capable of putting up a ton of points, 70 points against the Denver Broncos, you know, but we had to admit here that it was definitely a revenge game. You know, McDaniels interviewed for the Broncos head coaching job in 2022, and they denied him. He grew up in Denver. He really wanted that job, and they denied him. Vic Fangio getting fired from the Denver Broncos head coaching position, and Bradley Chubb and Vic Fangio also brought other coaches to Miami. It was clearly a revenge game. And also the stats are definitely skewed for the Miami Dolphins. When you see Tua as a top 3 passing quarterback and all these things, you know, all the points that they have scored, I think the stats are a little bit skewed because of that Broncos game. I really believe the Buffalo Bills are built to beat the Miami Dolphins more so than any other year. You couple all the added speed that McDermott and Bean have been preaching for years to get on this defense. After 13 seconds, after the Houston and Deshaun Watson and Tywan Jones, you know, we've always needed speed. We've always needed a better coverage linebacker. Terrell Bernard is here. Get ready, get hyped up. The Buffalo Bills are about to squish the fish. Go Bills.